Hello, my TV family. I am Mhlengiwe Sindane. We're at the Mpumalanga legislature for the Department of Education's 2016-2017 policy and budget speech addressed by the Honorable MEC, Mrs. Regina Mahaule. So we'll be talking about the importance of education, what they have in store for us with regards to budget. You know, what Mpumalanga did increase with regards to matric results. So today we'll get all the nitty-gritties for that. And amongst us, we've got distinguished guests. Yes, the idol, our very own, Karabo Mukhane, Clash of the Choirs, the winning team, together with their mentor, should I say, Coach JR. It's going to be happening, so do allow us to give you all the information and everything that's going to be taking place today.
Madam Speaker, first and foremost, let me take this opportunity to extend my greatest appreciation and gratitude towards the Honorable Madam Speaker for granting the Department of Education an opportunity to table the 2016-17 policy and budget speech a day after our country and its people celebrated Freedom Day. The American prolific writer, poet, and activist Maya Angelou once said, "One isn't necessarily born with courage, but one is born with potential. Without courage, we cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. We can't be kind, true, merciful, generous, or honest." As the Department of Education, Madam Speaker, we continue to tread the path of teaching, education, growth, and development. It is in this course that we have fulfilled the words of Maya Angelou by transferring skills, knowledge, values, and attitudes to our learners, bringing them closer to the virtue of good citizenry. Let me say that as a department, we are proud of that, and we accept that there is still a long way to go. Madam Speaker, to vouch for this statement and commitment to the mandate of skilling and educating, I'm accompanied to this august house by Maudas Banda, an exceptional 18-year-old grade 12 learner from Hoërskool Bergvlam, who is also an athlete that has recorded outstanding achievements in long jump. He broke the record for long jump 2 years in a row in the school inter-house athletics, took position 1 in the Mpumalanga Championships, and further added another gold medal to his collection of the Athletics South Africa Junior Schools Championship in Bloemfontein. Maudas, Honourable Speaker, represented South Africa in the African Youth Games in Mauritius, where he was placed 4th in Africa. He was honoured by being selected to represent South Africa at the World Youth Championship in Colombia. He was crowned as the South African Junior Long Jump Athlete of 2016 at the Nationals in Tshwane, Pretoria early this year. Maudas has a wonderful career in athletics lying ahead of him. He's a product of our school sport program. Indeed, Madam Speaker, this is a practical evidence that it is possible for our learners to reach their full potential if they are correctly focused and mentored. I only hope that all our learners will emulate Maudas. I request, Honourable Speaker, through you, that Maudas stands up so that this House can wish him well. Thank you. It is for this reason, Madam Speaker, that in partnership with the Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation, we agreed to intensify the coordination of school league games in 18 codes. Moreover, we have prioritized 3 sporting codes, which are rugby, netball, and soccer, to constitute the Mpumalanga School Sports League. Over and above this, the coordination of Mpumalanga Sports Association for intellectually impaired summer games, cross-country, and all ages games for 320 athletes. The department will also continue to coordinate and host the South African School Choral, Estate Fort, and cultural activities to unearth and expose the talent that is so rich and in abundance in Mpumalanga. Madam Speaker, the constitutional imperative in our country dictates that we must do everything possible to deliver a public value service that will play a greater role in building an inclusive society, providing an equal opportunity, and helping all South Africans to realize their full potential, in particular those who are below the breadline and people with disability. This imperative, Madam Speaker, is also profoundly articulated in our country's National Development Plan, which dictates targets to be achieved at the level of grade 12 results by 2030. This is the mandate we have to uphold at all times, working side by side with all our stakeholders. Madam Speaker, it's our quest to ensure that we are able to account for every learner who enters, stays within the system, and those who exit at an appropriate level. The department therefore remains obliged to create a conducive environment for every learner to benefit from our teaching and learning process. It's for this reason that the department has commissioned the University of Witwatersrand to conduct an in-depth study to establish the factual basis and the causal factors of learner dropout, and to develop an implementation plan to insulate challenges identified to be incongruent with the dictates of the National Development Plan's throughput rate of 80% and above. Equally, the department will work collaboratively with UNICEF through the care and support for teaching and learning programs to pilot a system that will help to proactively identify learners who are at risk of dropping out, and also to prevent them from dropping out of school. The achievement of the 80% throughput will require a solid foundation phase, receptive and favorable learning environment in the true sense of the word, for learners to value school as their only haven for prosperity. Madam Speaker, early childhood development is the backbone and the bedrock for the improvement of and provisioning of quality education. The department is encouraged by the extent to which the integrated early childhood development strategy is being implemented, and I wish to take this opportunity to thank our sister departments, that is Department of Health and Department of Social Development, for the role they are playing in ensuring that the objectives of the strategy are attained. The department is satisfied with the Early Childhood Development Institute. It came to fruition and is in full gear to implement its mandate and to equip the 0 to 4 practitioners with skills and knowledge in childcare, to refrain unqualified and underqualified ECD practitioners on fundamentals which are communication and mathematics, and to facilitate active learning. Furthermore, our preoccupation is to accelerate the training program for ECD practitioners so that in the near future they are translated into ECD educators at REQV 13 level in order for them to enjoy service benefits like all our mainstream teachers. This process commenced in 2015 and is ongoing and will be closely monitored towards the full success. To date, Madam Speaker, 170 practitioners have been translated to educators. The department will also strengthen the monitoring of curriculum delivery, utilization of grade R readers workbook and methodology application. In this regard, 650 schools and 150 ECD community centers will be monitored and supported in order to establish compliance to norms and standards. To ensure that early childhood development programs are delivered successfully, the department has set aside 318 million towards this program, which is 25% more compared to the 239 million dispersed in the 2015-16 financial year. Madam Speaker, we share a view that literacy and numeracy form a critical and fundamental measure for improving the delivery of quality education and learner performance. Our effort to ensure that learners are assessed at appropriate levels are being looked at by the Department of Basic Education, working side by side with teacher unions, and we remain optimistic that a clear blueprint will come to fruition in due course. Out of this, the country will be able to conduct the same grade-specific language and mathematics assessments for lower grades, in particular grade 1 to 6 and grade 9, especially in language and mathematics. To achieve this, the department has set aside an allocation of 4 million. I wish to take this opportunity to thank all stakeholders who continue to support the department in this quest to deliver and improving the provisioning of literacy and numeracy in our school. Madam Speaker, the province continue continues to make a pleasant mark in relation to the qualitative improvement of results of grade 12 learners. For this reason, we should not stop saluting our teachers for the able manner in which they came to the party. They have proven that against all odds, they can rise to the occasion, achieve above the expected norms to position Mpumalanga province at a good pedestal appreciated by all. Siyabonga kakhulu kothisha bethu. We attribute the 78.6% obtained in 2015 to the hard work, dedication, and commitment of our teachers, school management teams, and to the support of parents through their school governing bodies. Be that as it may, we are not satisfied by the overall outcome of the 2015 grade 12 results because it means that 21.4% of our children could not make the mark. I have therefore instructed the leadership of the department to have no stone unturned, but to implement the intervention programs in an intensified manner. This must be done consistently because it has proven to be a good recipe for our improvement. To this effect, the department will in 2016 conduct holiday classes, radio lessons, and dial-a-tutor programs without fail. These are critical as they do not replace the classroom activity, but complement the classroom. It is still expected that effective teaching and learning must take place within the 7 hours in all our schools, and principals must ensure that this happens at all times. The good thing is that there is a solid base since all the department's 4 districts and 10 out of 68 of our circuits are performing above 70% pass rate. Only 10 that did not perform of our circuit that did not perform above 70%. I have signed a pledge with all circuit managers that there will be no circuit that will perform below 80% in grade 12 come end of 2016. With this baseline and the intervention program in effect, it is clear that a target of 10% improvement this year, it's a realistic one and it will be achieved. We will intensify our work collaborating with the provincial quality learning and teaching campaign structures as well as labor and learner formations to ensure that this time around we achieve the set target. Over the years, I have and I still request the religious community through the moral regeneration movement under the ambit of Reverend Tali to visit our schools and work with them to instill the acceptable value system to our youth and to every school community. In doing so, we strongly believe that our schools can be freed from whatever social and moral decay that is troubling and obstructing them to obtain the expected outcomes. The department has set aside 12 million towards the implementation of the intervention programs for 2016, which started in earnest in January 2016. Madam Speaker, we live in a world where the demands to achieve academic and career success have become end goal of life. Improving learner performance can never be overemphasized as it enables learners to access a variety of opportunities which in the end better their lives. In light of this, the department continues to prioritize mathematics, science, and technology as the subject of choice, which are a gateway to better career prospects and economic development. To ensure that Mpumalanga becomes competitive nationally and internationally, the Mathematics, Science and Technology Academy has been operationalized as a lever to improve the performance of learners in these subjects. In this regard, Honourable Speaker, 1,000 mathematics and physical science teachers will receive training on subject content and pedagogical content knowledge as well as facilitation skills using e-resources through the MSTA. At the same time, 200 teachers teaching mathematics and science for the first time will also be capacitated on the subject content. 292 teachers from MSTA secondary feeder primary schools will be capacitated on the use of ICT resources and to enhance teaching and learning. The 4 sub-hubs which are linked to the academy will be resourced to serve as support centers to MSTA schools and their feeder schools. In promoting blended learning and ensuring that learners enjoy the 21st century learning environment. Lessons will be broadcast from the main and also in clusters linked to the sub-hubs. The annual National Assessment Diagnostic Report has pointed out weaknesses in performance of learners, especially in mathematics. In this regard, the department has fully embraced the 1+4 concept of training teachers, which we began implementing in 2015 as a support mechanism for teachers, wherein teachers are trained on Mondays on the content to be taught for the week. To this end, on our speaker, 500 grade 8 and 9 mathematics teachers will undergo training utilizing this model.